Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the video. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. You get 2 welcomes to feel extra welcomed. Everyone else, just 1 welcome. Anyway, new season's out. Today's an interesting video because the topic of today is the new progression or proficiency system in Rivals. And the fact that it is going to take a while to grind out to get to the new animated Lord icons for all the characters that you basically lorded in the previous seasons or just have had fun just grinding out. Maybe you were going for the goal of trying to get everyone to Lord, which is what my goal was, obviously, or else I would not have 15 freaking Lords. Also, some of these characters were just fun to play. Some of these characters were not fun to play, but I liked their Lord icon enough to play them more. But that is the discussion and today's video, basically. So if you are interested in that, stick around. If you want more content like that, leave a like, leave a comment. Definitely leave a comment on what your perspective is. Please watch the video before you make a comment, because I don't want someone being like, well, before I could, like, even tell you that I have addressed that. And also it makes you look dumb if you don't watch the video and I have addressed it, so I will point and laugh if you bring something up that I've brought up in the video, even if you didn't watch. So let's get into it. First off, I have very mixed feelings about the progression system. Do I mind the grind? No, not really. Do I think 300 hours is a lot? Yes, I do. Am I going to bitch and complain about it? Yes, I am. Do I think the 300 hour mark or the 116,000 points you need to complete, I think it's to complete the 70 levels should be lowered? No, I do not. All that is true and can be true, obviously. I can hate the progression system. I can hate the changes that they've made, but am I going to still do it? Yeah, I am, because that's just how I am. And that's for the really, I've heard a lot of people say that it's for the benefit of the game to keep you playing. And I've seen quite a few people also say it just deters me from wanting to also grind Lord more. It has deterred me from wanting to get all of my characters or all the characters to Lord now. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to do it? No, it doesn't. Am I still going to try and do it? Maybe someday. But for the moment, my focus has shifted to getting the characters that I want to get the Lord animated icon, or to get to the 70 levels. Quite frankly, I don't care anything past the 70 levels. I just want the animated Lord icon. I do not care about anything else past this. Maybe champion, but I'm going to let that happen more naturally. Other than that, I only care about getting certain characters to Lord. And I think that's how it should be looked at. This shouldn't be for every character, although it can be for every character. I know some people did the math that it takes about 14,000 hours to get every single character, not including new ones that have been added into the game, to complete the proficiency. I think that makes me want to throw up, honestly. But in all honesty, I think this is more for the characters that you really enjoy playing. Which is why there are some people who have over 200 or 300 hours and have gotten to their animated Lord icon or have completed the proficiency system immediately. There are people who one trick who simply enjoy playing that character so much that they have it too. That animated Lord icon, and that should not be a problem. I think, honestly, when people say, well, this just incentivizes one-tricking, and they do have a point, because if you go here, if you come and look at my stats for this season and this season only, what does that look like? In my, whoa, where's my time played? Move, I don't need my win rate. In my 13 hours of gameplay, 11.7 of those hours are magic. Simply because I am on that grind set. I am on that grind mindset right now, because I want this character to be at the animated Lord icon. So it kind of does incentivize one-tricking, and I can see where people feel like that does not make the game fun for others because they don't want to switch or anything. I had a Punisher last night, let's go here, who already had his animated lore icon, who went 1 and 9. 1 and 9 with 0 final hits. And less accuracy than me, which is kind of crazy. The thing is that people who have already one-tricked are going to keep one-tricking. I don't think anything is going to change that, genuinely. I don't think anything is going to change the people who already one-trick. I don't think it's going to change them. I think they're still going to stick to one-tricking. I think they're going to keep playing that character. Not because they're dedicated or anything. Maybe they are dedicated. And we'll get to that point in a second, but maybe it's just because they like that character a lot. And they don't get bored of that character, and they hop on and they're like, this is the only place where I can play Gambit or Spider-Man or Angela or Venom or whatever, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. People play this game because they want to play their favorite characters. I play this game because I like playing my favorite characters. And so that does bring me to another point that I've heard a lot of people say, that they're not dedicated enough, or this will show who is dedicated enough to play that one character and master that one character. There is no such thing as mastering a character. You can say that you have grinded out this character to get them to level 70 or level 50 or where it is that you wish to get them, but there's no such thing as mastering a character, in my opinion. You can play this game 24/7 and you can still be bad at the game. You can still be bad at the character. There can still be bad games, okay? And so saying that it's like, oh, I spent 300 hours on this character and thinking that you should be good is not a problem. But other people saying it's like stupid, in my opinion, where it's like, well, it shows that you're dedicated to the character and you put in the time for it and you should be good at it. The whole thing is that the whole funny thing is really when I got my Lord icon and I played Magic a lot of people are like, Lord Magic, by the way. Lord Magic, by the way. And I'm like, where are we getting this incentivization of just because I played this character a lot means I'm good at her, or really good at her, or should be able to carry every single game, or should be able to 1v6 the entire team, which I did, by the way, one time. Like, it was like my 3rd game and I 1v6 the entire team. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is that this whole thing of thinking that just because someone has a lot of hours on a character means they're good. It just means that they like playing that character. And I guess you can say they are dedicated to that character. Although I don't like that word really. I'd find more like loyal than anything else. They don't want to play anyone else because they're loyal to this character in comparison to others. And so the fantasy of thinking that you're good at a character because you have an animated Lord icon or just a Lord icon in general is stupid. Let me just get that out of the way. Next, let's talk about the people who are complaining about the 300 hours. I am one of them. But I am also one of those people who will sit there and play the game, obviously. I will sit there, play the game, grind out the game to get my proficiency points, to get where I need to be, to get my characters where I want them to be, because those characters deserve it. There are people who have lives outside of the game, and I have seen quite a few people say, then it's not for you, then don't grind it, then don't get it. I think that personally is a slap in the face. I think that deters people more from already wanting to play the game and wanting to grind when they've already said, man, this doesn't make me want to play. And someone in that comment below there says, then don't play. You know, that's kind of stupid. I think it's more of the fact that you should be like, it's possible. It's going to take more time. And that's okay if it takes more time. It's okay if you put some time in every couple days or every day to that one character. You don't need to get these characters to their animated Lord icon or to their 70 level mark because of, well, just because. You don't have to if you don't want to, first off. And I'm saying that in the nicest way possible, but it also shouldn't deter you from wanting to try. I think you should try. I think you should play every couple days. Heck, look here. If we go here and look at the missions, playing 2 hours a day of these daily missions fills out a whole 1600. Okay, and I've done the math. If you already have Lord, and if you start from level 20 and you go back here, and if you go to level 50, if you do the challenges 2 hours a day, you get, let's see, that is 30 levels, I believe. So about 30 days. You just need to put in 2 hours. And so 2 hours times 30 is 60, I believe. Yes, 30 times 2 is 60, just about. And the levels don't change until you get to level 50, which is when you already get your Lord icon, and then it bumps up to 31. And 31, I believe, and I hope the mission numbers change as well to make it faster there too. But if you play for 2 hours a day for 30 days, which is an entire season, then you can definitely get to your Lord icon. Now, some people do not have the dedication to do that, and that's fine. It's okay if you take longer to get your Lord icon. It is okay if it takes you 3 months to a year or whatever to get to a Lord icon. All right? Doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And some people say this is an exclusive emote, this is an exclusive badge, this is exclusive. Just because it's exclusive does not mean it's unattainable. It can be obtained. These Lord icons can be obtained. You just need to put in the time, and you need to put in a little bit of work, and that's okay. It's also okay for the average person to bitch and complain about it. I am kind of an average person to bitch and complain about it. If we go here and look at the entire time for the season that I've played barely 603 hours. Half that, if I knew that I needed 300 hours on Magic to complete her, which I think the system is different now and is supposed to be faster, and you don't need what is it called? You don't need 300 hours now to fulfill that character. I would specifically just play Magic. I would specifically play Magic and not any other character. And if I had to play any other character, I would play Luna. But that would also leave me not having all the lords that I have. Also the big payout. Let's get another thing clear. My mixed feelings is the time. My negatives are the time. My positives are the rewards. I will not complain about these rewards. I like these rewards. I like the grind that I have to do now. I don't mind playing Magic. I don't think people will mind playing their character that they like playing, especially people who are already one tricks. Personally, I think when you look at all these lords and you think it's like, dang, I have all these lords that I have to get the animated lord to. I've thought of it as a way of, I'm just getting specific heroes that I want to lord, like Magic, like Luna, like Angela, like Cap, Emma, Gambit, and Invisible Woman is like up there a little bit, but I haven't decided just yet. But there are characters that I would really like the Lord animated icon for, and then I'll probably go back to Lord grinding all the other characters, because I at least want all of them to Lord. Is it, again, going to be a pain? Yes. Am I going to keep doing it? Yeah, I am. Does it incentivize one-tricking a little bit? Because, I mean, look at me. Look at my stats already for this season. 11.7 hours, and I haven't played really anyone else. Yeah, it kind of does incentivize one-tricking a little bit. But I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to try. I've also done the math a little bit as well. It takes, depending on, again, it takes about 60 hours if you did the challenges, just these challenges. I think as well, if you do these challenges as well, it might take less time, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it takes between 60 and 70 hours, just about, which is still a lot of time. That's 140 hours on a character still, supposedly, in comparison to the old progression system. And I think with the old progression system, it was 300 hours. Not with this new progression system. I'm hoping, and I'm trying to gaslight myself into thinking that it's not 300 hours. But again, I think at the end of the day, I understand where people are coming from, where they're casuals. Yes, there is a right to being like, this is an exclusive icon, but that does not mean it is unattainable for the average player. That does not mean it's unattainable for the average player. Let me get that straight. Okay? You can still do it. And don't really worry about it. Try and let it happen naturally if you want to let it happen naturally. Don't overthink it. Don't try and deter yourself, personally. Another thing is that I've heard a lot of people saying that this deters people from lord farming. I think I've seen a lot more people being like, well, I've already gotten these characters to lord, I'm gonna start lord farming because I've gotten these characters to lord. Personally, I do not have an opinion. You do your thing, because in all honesty, the lord icon, no matter what, means nothing. It is just a fancy little icon. Is it cool? Heck yeah, it is. Does it mean anything? No, it doesn't. Honestly. It doesn't mean you're good. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means that you've played this character a lot. And I know a lot of people think that's like, oh, a lot of times equals good. Girl, I put over 2,000 hours in Overwatch. No, I put like 1,500 hours in Overwatch. A good like 400 of those hours are on Ana. 500 of those hours are on Ana. I'm not great at Ana. I always miss my sleeps. Not always. Sometimes I miss my sleeps. Sometimes I miss my nades. Sometimes I let my teammates die. It does not mean you're good at a character, okay? It just means you played that character a lot. If we go here, just for reference, here, this guy went 1 and 9 and he has the freaking icon, okay? So all in all, at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's gonna take time and you're allowed to complain about it. You're allowed to whine about it. But like a job, I will whine about it, but I'm still gonna do it. Just let me complain about it first. Let me get all my negativity and anger out first, and then I'll get to it. You know? Genuinely, once again, they're icons. They don't mean anything in my opinion. I think they're cool. That's what they mean to me, and that's why I want them. I don't get them because I'm like, oh, I'm great. Or anything. No. I want them because I want them. And that is the end of the video. Those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings. If you agree, tell me. If you disagree, tell me. If you have an animated Lord icon, good for you. Tell me which one it is. I would like to know. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the grind. Enjoy the fun. Enjoy the game. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay cozy. And I will see you all in the next one.